Look, want to ask God for patience, and He gave me more patience, more situations to be patient in. Ain't that the truth? But all right, y'all. Ooh, the storylines have been giving me anxiety today. Hopefully we get something good. Hi, Jessica. I ain't seen you in a little minute. But we gonna see. Let's dive in. Let's get the tea on what the hell is going on. Because I feel like y'all need to be aware of some shit. Like just now I had on TikTok, the readings were, we had, I mean, of course it's a mixed energy, but I feel like it's counterpart and collective. It's just a little bit different, but they going through the same situations. Like one reading was that somebody on vacation, they're still dealing with that third party, and they gonna end up finding out they gonna find out that that person pregnant, and they now want to move towards their divine counterpart. But now that's about to hold them back, because how they gonna tell it to their divine counterpart they got somebody else pregnant? When they were supposed to be growing, when they were supposed to be healing, they were out creeping. Even if they were single, like, that changes things. Then there's another person who, I think it's their karma. They're meant to lose the divine feminine, because the divine feminine ain't gonna take them back if they have somebody pregnant. So it's some tea. It's some things going on. Like, what? Hopefully we get something good. What do we have? Man. I'm saying, Yiki. Y'all should have just felt the anxiety in my chest. I'm like, some people gonna be mad, like, because that's how this journey works. It's like you don't know which storyline gonna be yours. It's gonna play out though, and then when you get there, it's like, God damn. For some, it's like, because the energy was so mixed. For some, it was also like a twin flame who wanted to get somebody pregnant, but it was because they wanted their money, right? They wanted to trap them, and they felt like if they put a baby in them, they would be attached to their abundance. But it's like, sadly, I mean, it's sad, and any miscarriage is sad, but it's like that person end up having a miscarriage. But I feel like it's divine protection. They weren't meant to have a baby with that person. So it's just so many horrid scenarios, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. Oh my God. I told him bye-bye. You went through that already? Okay, good. So that's not your scenario. That's just, because some people haven't found out yet. Some people about to go through it, and then some people already went through it. So it's just confirmation of what happened. But for those of y'all that already went through it, oh, I'm glad y'all already went through it. Now, that's hurt. What's on the chest? It's another level of anxiety. My God, it's so much anxiety. Hi, Anna. All right, let's see. What do we have, Holy Spirit, angel guides? What's the energy surrounding the butterfly? We have distance. Someone could be in a relationship at a distance, or someone could be emotionally distant. So this could be someone who, this reading is for somebody who have a long distance relationship, someone they were getting to know long distance. Now we got spy. This person watches. They watch your social media. Hey, Divine One. That was tough, but I got through it, girl. Yeah, I mean, the anxiety I felt with that, I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's a lot of pain. Like, it's going to really break somebody's heart. Like, because they don't expect it. But that's the betrayal. You get me? And it's like, I think it's from a twin flame. And I feel like that is the thing that pushes us into our healing. It's like, we got to go through this betrayal. For me, I found out mine was bi. I found out mine was into men, right? And then it was like finding out that like he was on all these dating sites and he was a really big hoe. Mine wasn't that he got somebody else pregnant. I mean, at this point, he probably do. But it was like finding out how low down, dirty, nasty he was. That was like, damn. damn. And like, you really used me. Like, I gave you money. I took care of you. You gold digging asshole. That was my betrayal. You get me? But then that's how I feel like it's gonna go for somebody. They're gonna find out like their person wasn't single the entire time. They were cheating on somebody that they were with. They got that person pregnant, or somebody they were messing with got them pregnant, and then want to try to come back to you. It's like they stayed away from you so they could put their thing in somebody else, and they did it wrong. Man, that's not fun. That shit is crazy. Yes, very nasty, Lauren. The asshole indeed. That is so funny. I'm not really tripping on the bisexual part because I ain't judgmental like that. But it's the fact that you hid it. It's the fact that you lied. And he knew that I was. And he tried to... Because I had a friend that, like, I had slept with. But I told him we were just friends. Like, we worked through that. It was something that wasn't supposed to happen. But we got through that because our friendship was more important. He didn't like the fact that I still had somebody that, like, I once slept with that was my friend. Right? Which is cool, I guess. I get it, right? When you're in a relationship. But it wasn't none of that. Like, we were really just friends. But he was dealing with somebody that he was saying was his best friend, who wasn't his best friend. But that's why he didn't believe we were just friends, because he knew what he was doing. But I'm like, that was just crazy. Because I didn't expect that. Yeah, I did not expect that one. Stay over there. What? You don't want to spend on that no more. Exactly. He was the feminine energy. Guy or girlfriend. It was a girl. It was a girl. It wasn't a guy. I said I was bisexual too. It was a girl I slept with. But it was like, we didn't really have feelings for each other. It was like, it was just a moment of vulnerability. Our friendship was more important. You get me? So we worked on our friendship. Like, and then that period that we fooled around with it was for like 2 weeks. It was literally just something that wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. And then with him, it was like, he was using that person. He was using that person. So in his mind, I feel like he didn't think he was being gay or bisexual, because it's like he doing it for money or whatever the fuck reason he doing it for. But the dude told me everything, and I was shocked. I did not believe it at first. I was in denial, like no. But then I started having dreams. I don't question when spirit tell me. When spirit tell me, oh, you can't tell me nothing. You could lie all you want to. I already seen it. So when spirit told me, it was like, yeah, it's true. And then I accepted it, and I still loved him. Still loved him. Gave him opportunity to tell me. He still lied about it. He still lied about it. He gave me half-truths. So that was a lesson for me, though, because that's where I learned, like, I really was judgmental, and we shouldn't be judgmental towards people like that. Especially when you like that. That's so hypocritical. How I'm going to be bisexual and then be judging somebody that's bisexual? You can't do that. That's a hypocrite. But yeah, we all gotta go through our betrayals to heal in this energy. To heal on this journey. Yeah, read body language. Ooh. He wasn't upfront about it. Yep. It's when they lie. It's like when they lie. Yep. When you lie to me, I can't trust you. If I find out, if I find out things about you, that's when you gotta worry. It's better to tell me than have me find out. Because once I find out, I don't look at you the same. You a liar always. Because I'm going to tell you everything, even if I feel like it's embarrassing. Like, I told him that. I didn't have to tell him that I was friends with somebody that I slept with. But I told him that because I wasn't hiding nothing from him. But that bitch was hiding. He was hiding shit from me. Anyway, let me move on. Like the energy says, move on. So we have move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time. It's over. This can be the person at a long distance that's been emotionally distant. Or maybe you've separated your energy from somebody because it's like you're moving on from them, right? You've been told to move on. They've been wasting your time. This person has been spying. This person has problems with money. They're not really great at making decisions either. This is what your intuition's been telling you. A confession is gonna come in though, right? But I feel like this is as you're moving on from this person because they've been wasting your time. So you should never stay in a connection with somebody that's wasting your time. Right? But I feel like these are the things that was hidden that you didn't know why they were holding back. And it's because they've been in a karmic cycle. They've had to end some things in their lives because if this person came into your life with what they had going on, it would corrupt you. You get me? What you worked for, or it would stagnate you. So it's like it's a protection from spirit. The things that you didn't see, you were being guided away from this person. So they have to do that inner work. They have to come in the correct energy to be able to have an opportunity with you. But we'll see. What are you looking at, Black? I see you. Don't start no drama. But they, she looking at me from the underneath the table. But they, peekaboo. But they, yeah, they would have to change in order to be in your energy. So it was divine protection. We have water. This could be for water signs. Don't have to be. But this is about going with the flow. We have Terra. It's a new path. Self. What else? Right now it's time for you to self-care. Go down this different path because this journey is about you. Go towards your passion. Some of you guys are learning right now. Your wisdom is increasing. You're attaining more knowledge about yourself as well. And your heart space. I feel like some of you guys are learning how to be open. You're seeing that you're a gift. You're learning how to ground that energy to where you don't give away. Hold on. You don't give away your gifts. We have sleep. Some of you guys need to rest. Like pretty much go into hermit. And then there's something that you need to release. We have wealth and we have illuminate. So your path is opening up right now. It's being cleared. Listen to what your guys are telling you. They're telling you to move on, leave something alone. Follow your heart. Listen to your heart. Spend time with yourself. Let people stay out of your energy that are not giving to you. People that make you imbalanced. People that create turmoil in your life or make you question your feelings, your direction. If it makes you unmotivated, all of those things, release it. Doesn't matter how much you care. It could be your own mama or your daddy. Release it, right? And again, some confession is going to come towards you at some point. What else, Holy Spirit, Angel Guides? What is this confession? What is this confession? What's the confession? Three of Cups. Why is Three of Cups here? Ooh, somebody want to confess that there was somebody else. There was somebody else that they were dealing with. They were exploring their options. What else? This is the thing that made them lose their opportunity in this connection, but they were exploring their options. 10 of Wands. Why is 10 of Wands here? They were being an emperor to a queen of swords. Okay, but why are they telling Blue Butterfly this? In the past. Because they've grown. They've grown spiritually. They know that they have to come in this connection and tell the truth, because they know that somebody's a high priestess. Somebody can see through it. Somebody knows. They've been burdened by losing this connection, but they've also, I feel like, there's confusion here, because I don't understand why this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and this Ten of Wands is here, when they're saying, I gotta tell them that I was in this third-party connection. I was exploring my options. I feel like this is somebody who was single. This is not somebody who was in a relationship, because they're coming in as a Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands typically like to explore. They're just curious. So it's like this person could have been trying to figure out what type of partner he wants in a relationship connection, who he would settle down with. So this is like like this is somebody who was just single and they wasn't gonna commit to something that they didn't want. But I still feel like they were dealing with somebody. It's like even if they were single, they still had more loyalty towards the person they were dating before this high priestess. And or maybe they were in a secret relationship, but it doesn't, what I'm seeing is like they weren't claiming this person exclusively. This wasn't a relationship that was like this person advertised this person, showed them off or anything. They felt like it wasn't the right opportunity to walk away from this connection. It was going to cause a lot of difficulty, challenges, if they would have walked away from this Queen of Swords. Because I think the person that they're dealing with is somebody who's very mouthy, somebody who goes off. Like they feel like this Queen of Swords would have created problems, issues, because she felt some sort of entitlement over them, right? Like they're supposed to be together. She was underneath that impression, even if they fought, even if that's her person type thing. I feel like they were each other's main, you get me? So, but this is a connection that was like, it's like this masculine was with somebody for a long time that they wouldn't really get in a relationship with, but they were in a relationship. So it's like they didn't want to. I always find like these relationships are stupid, but it was a situationship that was like a long situationship that was like, we're not together, but we pretty much do everything together like a couple. Like I feel like these two did things together. They went out on dates, they spent time together, they traveled together, they do things together, they spent a lot of time together. That's how the relationship grew, right? But this person is now changing. They're stepping into their higher font. So it's like now that they're becoming more spiritually aligned to themselves, they now want this high priestess. They now want to go towards her because they're leaving this lifestyle behind. So this lifestyle, they're leaving this third party behind with it. She was connected to them, a part of that lifestyle. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's crazy. But we got Six of Cups, so this person was a soulmate. They definitely were a soulmate. Um, I don't know if it's twin flame or if it was like just a regular soulmate. But if this person is becoming a Hierophant, because, you know, Hierophants match with the High Priestess because that's counterpart energy. It's a spiritual connection. So if it's if they're becoming a Hierophant, that means that they're stepping into their divine masculine energy, and they're most likely pursuing their counterpart. But they were connected to a karmic because they were karmic. You get it? But now they're waking up. Now they're changing. Now they're doing that inner work to where their direction is changing. They're not choosing the karmic because the karmic doesn't align to the spiritual version of who they're becoming. They've had clarity about who they want to give to. So I think there was a point where they did have to decide, am I going to go towards this High Priestess or am I going to stay here with this Queen of Swords? So this is the confession. How is this going to go with the High Priestess? So the High Priestess hasn't been giving this masculine any attention. Hi, Chi. This High Priestess hasn't been given any attention to this masculine. They once were her happiness, but she took her happiness away. What I mean by that is like she stopped letting them be her happiness. She moved away from them. And I feel like them not giving her attention, her not giving them attention, they realize how much she made them happy. Because I think this masculine was stringing along this High Priestess while he was dealing with this Three of Cups, trying to figure out who he wanted. But she didn't know that they were dealing with somebody else, but maybe she did. You get me? But whatever made her walk away, she took away the energy she was giving them. So as she took it away, they felt the absence of it. Because I think that when they were dealing with her and they would still go connect to that third party, it wasn't making them move away from that third party because they had her energy. They had no reason to walk away from that third party when they were already getting what they want. Their cake and eat it too. But her taking her energy, removing it, they have nothing left. All they have is themselves with the karmic. So now the energy between them and the karmic is fully exposed because that High Priestess isn't giving him her energy to make them feel happy, to make them feel good. Now they could recognize where the energy is coming from. It was always the High Priestess energy that was making him happy. And it's a video that I had made where I said, like, people got to stop giving their energy away. Because when you're giving your energy away to somebody and they're not choosing you, they're not working with you, they're giving it to somebody else. That's why you're drained. That's why you're motivated. You stressed out. They not spending time with you, but they over there taking somebody else on a date. They over there having sex with somebody else, thinking about you, sending you that energy, and then you're partaking in it, thinking about you, but they're having another act with somebody else. You get me? But this masculine, in his case, because I'm not biased, I'm just here to be the narrator and share the perspectives. My own personal choices is my own. Like, you get me? If this was my situation, I would say you stay over there, player. you made your choice. Go stay over there. But it's like with this masculine, he's just like, that's who I was. I'm changing for this High Priestess. I'm changing for this High Priestess because I want to be a Hierophant. This is who he wants to be. He don't want to just change for her, but he's done with this lifestyle. He doesn't want to live this lifestyle anymore. And he misses her. He misses her attention. He misses her energy. he feels broken on the inside, even if he's still dealing with that third party, because he has so much emotions for her. So that's what I was saying. It's like when she was giving energy to him and he wasn't attaching onto her, he wasn't building with her, he was hiding the fact that he was still dealing with somebody else. He was giving that person his emotions. Everything he had for her, he was giving it to somebody else. So now she removed it. It's like he's left with all of that emotion, and he doesn't want to give it to the person in front of him because it doesn't belong to them. It's not for them. So he's faced with the reality of what he's in, where he's at, and what he's lost. Now he has regrets because his ego was in the way. He was pursuing pleasure. That's the toxicity that was hidden. His shadow energy. And now he's stuck. He's jealous. He's jealous thinking about her with somebody else. And he can't move towards her. What is this Chariot in the reverse and the King of Pentacles in the reverse? Oh, he's looking at his own behavior, how he was greedy, right? Because he wanted his cake and eat it too. He wasn't moving forward towards her. So that's why he's also not moving forward right now, because he's thinking about his behavior, his ways, how he treated her. Four of Swords. What else? But see, the thing is that he always saw her in the future. So when he met her, he was like, that's the person I want to be with. That's who I want to marry. But I'm not ready to do that now. So I'm gonna have fun with the person that is fun for right now. And then when I'm ready to be a partner, when I'm ready to settle down, I'll go after her. So I'm going to let her go. They started something with her and then they went back to who they were messing with and then fully gave to that person. So then it was like, because they didn't want to ruin things with her, they thought that they could get away with it because it's hidden, right? Like, it was selfish. It's self-indulgent because it's like I have all these emotions, feelings for you, but I don't want to give that to you right now. I don't want to settle down. I don't want to commit. I want to have my cake and eat it too. So I'll give all of this time, attention, energy to something else, someone else, because I'm having fun with them. And then when I'm ready to settle down, I'll give you everything. Like, that's selfish. So this person had to look at their perspective that they had towards the situation. Because in their mind, it's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm single. I can date who I want to date. I could go where I want to go. Like, I'm not promising this feminine anything. I'm not telling her. This is my own secret feelings that I'm going to marry her in the future. But you're looking at somebody like an object. You're not looking at them as a person, because you feel like you can just have someone when you want them. Her feelings, her emotions matter as well. I don't feel like he tried to see things from her perspective. I feel like he was just doing what he wanted to do. People were objects to him, even the person that, this Queen of Swords that he was being an emperor to, right? It's like, she's for fun. He knew he wasn't going to marry her. He knew he wasn't going to settle down with her, but she probably thinks that in her mind because of the position that he has her in, or makes her feel like, all the while having all these emotions for somebody else that he plans on marrying in the future. So it was very, very toxic. And he knows that this high priestess knows this. So even if she didn't know it at one point, she figures it out. She finds out. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. So he's saying that's who I was in the past, but now I'm healed. Now I'm healed. Now I'd like to manifest a new beginning, a new start. Page of Wands. I told y'all, I don't like this storyline. I told y'all I ain't like these energies that's been coming out. It does hurt. Hi, Maurice. Oh, you saw it early, Lauren. Good job. So, yeah, it's like Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. It's a lot of pages. But this is representing the opportunity and the new beginning that he wants. Why is the Devil here? And the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, this is what he sees now. He's seeing that him going after passion hurted this Queen of Wands, hurted. That was the betrayal. Because when he was doing it, he didn't see it. He didn't see it like a betrayal. I'm not on Cash App. I'm on live. But, he didn't see... What am I saying? Because I'm getting distracted. He didn't see, he didn't see what he was doing as a betrayal, right? He didn't see it as a betrayal. He saw it as... He was just free to do whatever it is he wanted. He was figuring out what was best for him. But when you think about it, it's like, okay, he wasn't doing it intentionally, but this masculine still had that energy to him where it was self-centered. That doesn't make a good partner. If you can't look at how you're hurting somebody else, if you can't see things from somebody else's perspective, you're domineering. Like, you only really care about yourself. Okay, I'll check it, G. But it's like they only saw things from their perspective. So they wouldn't have been a great partner even then if they didn't have the awareness to see how they were hurting the High Priestess. And that's literally why the universe didn't allow them to come in, didn't allow things to work out, because they would have hurted her even more. That's what created the conflict. So now they have to be brave to approach her. They have to confess this. They have to tell her everything if they want a new beginning with her. What else? Okay, I'll say what I see. It's even though this masculine's doing all of this planning, they have not taken full accountability yet. I feel like they're still lying to themselves about some things. Maybe trying to see if they could get away with half the truth. But the reality is they were manipulating the situation. Regardless of how they try to choose to look at it, they did. They could have been upfront with her, told her that she was an option, told her that they were dealing with somebody else. Like, instead of creating confusion, because their behavior made her angry. It made her upset. It made her not trust them. Not, you get me? She sees them as somebody who's toxic and untrue. And they still manipulated the situation because they were being strategic about juggling them. Hi, Kim. Yeah, it's like they're being manipulative about keeping both of them separated because it was all about them. It was all about what suits me in this moment. I want fun. I want sex. I want a good time. I don't want to be serious. I don't want to commit. But when I'm ready, I'm going to come to you. And you should be there waiting for me. They're not thinking about like her needs. What does she want? If she wants something serious, if she wants commitment, and then they're not being real with her about what's going on. They're stringing her along. They're not letting her go, but they're not holding on to her either. It's like they're keeping her in limbo. They're keeping her in the in-between. And see, a high priestess is like they can feel your emotions. They can feel your desire. They can feel you in their energy. So they'll think that you're moving towards them because of what they feel and see. They could even know that you want them, that you love them. But then the confusion is, why aren't they coming towards me? Why aren't they moving towards me? And that's what was hidden, is because they were giving their energy elsewhere. Look, I wouldn't be mad if this feminine tell this masculine, like, stay where you at. You made your bed, like, lie in it. I don't care, because that's jacked up. I don't see what's hard about people just letting somebody know this is what I got going on, especially when you're trying to seek answers. It's very selfish. It's cruel. Yeah, it's cruel. And then you think that you deserve them later on when you're ready to settle down? No. That's jacked up. See, they weren't ready to grow. I mean, some are still in this energy right now. They still don't know who they want, right? Because I read past, present, future, so take it as it resonates. I am reading it from a past standpoint. But what I'm saying, having this whole reading connect, this person always spies on this high priestess, trying to figure them out. And they always said, like, I'll have this in the future. I'll marry that high priestess. But she has boundaries. She's not just going to let me have fun with her right now. So I'm just going to go have fun with somebody else that's going to let me have my way. That's going to make me feel like I'm a boss, like I'm an emperor, right? But they weren't an emperor, because an emperor don't play games like that. An emperor know what they want and they pursue it. An emperor don't say, oh, because when an emperor knows what they want, remember we also had this person was figuring out themselves. When an emperor knows what they want, they don't string along somebody. They'll just go after it because they're ready to settle down. They're ready to give to it. So this masculine wasn't an emperor. He was a false emperor, because that Queen of Swords made him feel like he was a big shot. That high priestess didn't make him feel like that. That high priestess made him feel like you need to give equally to this connection. She saw through him. He didn't want her to get close to him to see through him. So he thought he was smarter. He was bigger than the program. And it's like he felt like he could have her when he wanted her. What else? But he wasn't growing in the past. That was the illusion. If she thought he was growing, he wasn't. He was having fun with someone else. So when he left her, he didn't think about the conflict that they had. He didn't think about like making really any changes. He thought about fun. He thought about, well, she's not letting me have my way with her, so I'm going to go be over here. And then when I'm serious, I'll come back. You get me? So he wasn't doing no work. That's why the Three of Wands is in the back, in the reverse. Thank you, Miss Hollywood. They don't. Emperors do not entertain peasants. They go after empresses. Seven of Wands. They moved very, very slow, and they kept blocking this connection. See, they know that she was very loving. They liked her heart. This who this high priestess is. She's a queen of cups. Black, get down. Black, get down. You want to fight. You was 2 seconds from jumping on my neck. I'm not playing with you. See, now they feel stuck. For one, they're stuck on her. This is the karma. So this is how everything plays out. She's not hungry. Her food is right there. She likes to bother me. Get down. She's mean. Sometimes she's mean. Like, she just like to bother me. But, they feel stuck. They feel trapped. They feel very negative. Because she feels negatively about them. I don't think this masculine is going to be able to change her mind. Just because they choose her. Because she sees them as a liar. 9 of Pentacles, Temperance, 5. He's lost this relationship. He's 100% lost it. He's lost her love as well. So I feel like she's single. She's open to dating whoever. If he thinks that she feels at loss, she doesn't feel like she lost anything. She feels like they're a liar. She's like, why would I want to be with a liar? Why would I want to be with somebody I don't trust? I didn't lose nothing. It might be taking me longer to get the love of my life, be in a relationship that is powerful and really all about me, but I didn't lose nothing because this person, they lost me. I was pure, I was loving, I was caring, I was more balanced in the relationship. And I was who I said I was. I was available to date. I was available to be in a relationship with them. Even if she had options. Her options, she's not going to choose anybody over what she really wants. I feel like she was choosing them. But they were being greedy. They wanted to have power over the situation. And she's like, that's not someone that I want to give my love to. Someone who chooses other people over me. Someone who chooses their community over me. Someone who just sits back and watch. Don't take action. Someone who's fearful. Someone who, you get me? And I feel like they feel like they're going to be able to go towards her. Remember they say, I'm going to come in. I'm going to tell her everything. And they're hoping that fixes it. But I don't think they really understand the damage of what they did. And it's not going to turn out the way that they think. Ace of Wands, 2 of Swords. So they're trying to figure out how to communicate with her. Right? This is his whole process he has to go through. Thank you, Chi. He's trying to figure out how to say these words to her. How should he come back in the connection? I feel like all he knew was passion. All he knew was passion. It's like sex was the only way that he knew how to give to a connection. Like, if he can have sex with someone real good, it's enough for them to stay. It's enough for them to, I don't know, give to the partnership. Like, this person don't know how to be a partner. It's like they try to get people hooked on sex. And then they feel like no matter what, that person's going to stay or that person's going to be there. But I think that only worked for people that they could control, lower vibrational people. So we have 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords. They want to take action towards her. They plan on reaching out. They're scared, but they're going to find the courage to do it. Because remember, they say they know. That's their only chance. They know they have to confess to her because they know she knows. So they're scared of having to tell her everything. But I feel like a part of them, it's like this masculine go through different energies. He gets excited because he's like, I'm going to come back towards her and I'm going to tell her everything. And then that's going to fix the situation. But then he comes to a realization that even if he tells her everything, it's not guaranteed that she's going to choose him. She's going to, you get me? Because it's like, she still thinks what she thinks of him. He can't change her mind just because he tells her what she already knew. Because in her mind, it's like, you're only telling me because you know I know. If you didn't think that I would find out or know, you wouldn't want to tell me. You would just keep it a secret. So it's because you got caught, you want to confess. They're secretly scared. Their heart is already broken just at the thought of it. Because it's like now they've gained the confidence. Now they're ready for this new beginning. Now they're ready to apologize. Now they're ready to invest. But then there's that hard realization. The truth, they broke her heart. And it's like karma. So naturally it's like it might be their loss that they're not going to get this connection back because they played with an empress. They knew they wanted her. They knew they were hurting her. They knew they were hiding what was really going on. But they didn't consider her feelings. They didn't care. So them not caring is the result of them losing the connection. Regardless, I feel like they're going to change from this situation because it's a lesson for them to learn. Like, you don't treat people like a possession. You don't treat people like an option and to go after what it is that you want. Right? To me, it's like, I always feel like it's weird when people are like that and they don't go after what they want because it's like life is not promised. Life is not promised. So you wasting time acting like you have all the time in the world. Life is not promised. If something is more important to you than the person that you feel like you so-called love or you want, they're not that important to you. You're an opportunist. You only go after things when they benefit you. And that's something that the high priestess needs to think about. If she's considering this person when they come back, when someone shows you, like, they'll go after the thing that suits them, make them happy. Really pay attention to that. Be careful with that, yeah. Because then that person, once they're settled with you, they'll leave you for someone else. You get me? Like when they see they find the next best thing, they're going to cheat on you and do the same thing. Okay, so what's the advice for the high priestess? How do she feels about this? We have Eight of Cups. Oh, she moved on. She is moving on. What else? She had an epiphany. She had a breakthrough. Right? Because it's like her intuition told her to move on strongly. Even if she didn't want to. Even if she didn't want to. Her intuition was loud. It was like, move on from this person. This person is... Even if they change, it's like, it's almost like, because I do believe that they do change. They do want her. But it's like, it's like they're supposed to lose her because she was a gift to them. And they treated her like she was nothing. They treated her like she didn't matter. And they didn't think about her feelings. They didn't cherish what God gave them. They didn't protect it. So it's like, even if they change, they're supposed to feel that loss. So I feel like this is kind of something that can't come back together because it's like you ruined it. You literally ruined it to where you can never get it back because you made your choice. And I feel like this was for a long time. Like this person chose toxicity. They literally was choosing it. They weren't trying to change. They weren't trying to grow until she finally broke the energy cord, the energetic cord, when she was like, I'm not giving you my good energy anymore. Because they literally was taking it and giving it to other people. So then they don't have that supply anymore, right? You know, narcissists, they need their supply. Because they depend on other people. They chose to be a player. They chose to move slow towards her. They didn't care about her feelings. They didn't acknowledge it. They didn't address it. But they loved her love. They said, I love her in the future. That's what she kept feeling. That's why she kept waiting for them, because she was like, I feel like they're my person. I know that they love me. They care about me. They want me. But they were never doing it in the 3D because they were just planning for it for the future. So she had to make a decision. I feel like the universe presented her with it. They sat her down. They said, think about this. Think about what you're doing. Think about how you waiting for this person. Yep. And they not doing nothing. She had to learn from it, right? Because she felt like they were 2 of cups. But she started to question things like, why would someone just watch me? Why would my 2 of cups just watch me and not learn? Why would they not try to make me happy? And why would they not pull me into their group, their friendship group? Why would they not introduce me to their friends? Why would they not want to show me off? Why would they, you get me? It was like that. So she was just like, no, this person is a liar. That's why they're hiding something. So she figured it out. She figured it out. What else? We have the Magician. We have 3 of Swords. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. That's why she came out that angry Queen of Wands. Okay, I love this for her. She got over it. I think she took accountability for the fact that she manifested heartbreak. Not because she was trying to. Oh, it's going to be saved because it's in the live tab. Only the ones on TikTok I upload on the Patreon. Those ones you can't save. So I save them for the Patreon. But all the lives on YouTube, they stay on the live tab. And then the lives on TikTok go on the Patreon. And then we have the video section where there's also videos over there. But she felt like this person manipulated her. But at the same time, she feel like she manifested. Thank you, Miss Hollywood. She manifested this connection falling apart because of the red flags that she saw. But she still kept trying to give to it, right? But again, she took accountability. Like, in reality, I broke my own heart, right? Because I knew that they weren't giving to me and I should have moved on. The signs kept telling me to move on. My spirit team kept telling me to move on, but I didn't want to. But do I regret this? No. She's like, I don't regret it. I don't regret that I loved them. I don't regret that I gave it an opportunity. Because I feel like it made her more confident. She alchemized the energy. She turned pain into power. It made her even more confident. But that's what she chose to do with the energy, right? So it's like, she's like, I don't feel like this is a loss. She changed her perspective about it. Like, I feel like this feminine is starting to feel happy. Like, yeah, they did that to hurt me, but in reality, I know that they lost me because I know they wanted to be with me. I know that they wanted me for their future, but they can't even have me for their future because they chose to stay with karmics, but they knew I was the best option. They knew I was the best one. So now they're going to have to see me be with somebody else. So it's like, that's how karma works, right? And it's not that she's trying to like laugh in their face, haha, but it's like, you really fumbled the bag. You really fumbled a blessing, a gift. All for being selfish. All for not being considerate of somebody else's feelings, emotions, when it was what you wanted. So she doesn't feel like she lost anything. She's healing from it, and she just learned, like, I'm going to make better choices in love. for myself. I don't think she's going to wait on anybody anymore, like to choose her or to show her that they want this connection. For her, it's like either they want it or they don't. But I'm not going to stick around to find out. I want someone who's confident. So she's manifesting a King of Wands. So the King of Wands, remember, she's a Queen of Wands. King of Wands is creative. They're confident. They know what they want. So a King of Wands is not going to be juggling you if they know that you're what they want. She's like, I want someone who takes action. I want someone who doesn't tell lies, who doesn't have any deceptions in them. 5 of Cups, 9. I really feel like she's not choosing this masculine. 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups. She's like, I don't want someone who just want to experience me for pleasure. Like I'm just a pleasurable experience. She's like, I'm done with it. She's done. And I think she is done. She's complete her cycle. She's no more doing, she's no more accepting, she's no longer accepting betrayal. She's no longer accepting heartbreak. She's graduated. She's like, I've learned my lessons. Exactly. Life is too short. So she's like, I've learned my lessons. I've changed. I've changed. I've gained truth. So it's like when this had bothered her, but she doesn't feel bothered anymore. Because guess why? She becomes a full-blown empress. Now that she's a full-blown empress, she gets to attract an emperor. When she was a queen, she was attracting kings, even players. But she had to learn, just because you have chemistry with someone, just because it doesn't mean you're compatible. Take people as they show you that they are. Take people, if they're not giving to you, don't try to be understanding of why. Just know that someone who's ready for you will give to you. You don't have to question it. You don't have to ask about it. They will. If someone withhold from you, withdraw their energy, they're not balanced. Don't work on things, right? That's what she had to learn from the past. Because when you're thinking for people, you're giving them chances and then they're hurting you. Because that's what happened. She felt the connection. She felt like they wanted her because they did. They did. They wanted her for the future. But she wanted something now. She wanted someone who was going to invest in her now, who was going to see her now. And even if they wanted her, that don't matter. They were selfish. So if she got in a connection with them, they wouldn't have treated her right. They would have treated her like a narcissist treats someone, because they're selfish. They only see themselves. So it's not what she deserves. So if nothing got off the ground, that's why she's like, I didn't lose anything. This person claimed me. They tried to put claim on me, but I was never theirs to claim. Right? Like, you're not someone to be claimed. You're someone to be pursued, invested in, given to. They gave to what they wanted to give to. That's what they claimed. You get me? Because that's what they gave to. They didn't give to her, so they can't claim her. Yes, exactly. It's for you, Air 333. As she pulled her energy away from them, she started thinking clearer and clearer and clearer. Like, this person was never a King of Pentacles. They were never even really an emperor. They were a dictator disguised as someone who was a giver. They only had status. They only had a false sense of power, but they were never a king. They were never a true emperor, right? So in reality, it's like this feminine is starting to see how protected they were. But see, that's the thing. They're the ones that are left with the regret. So I feel like they will reach out to her, but they're not going to get the response that they expect, because I don't think that they really grew much. I feel like they just recognized what they lost and was like, I want that back. I don't want to lose her. I want to go get her. I already knew that I wanted her. So now let me hurry up, because she put her foot down and she walked away for good. Now they're like, well, now let me go get her. Now let me go tell her how much I want her and how much I love her. and then we can be together. She'll be okay. Everything will be okay. It's not gonna work out like that for you, playa. She is gone. And see, sometimes it's like that because it's like when you are still in that phase where it's like, but I still like them, I still care about them. And if they come back in, then you'll fall back into it. But spirit lets you stay away from them so that you can so that you cannot fall back into it, so that the downloads can come in, so you could see the situation for what it is. That's where self-acceptance come in. You take an accountability, like, this person isn't who I thought they were. And it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be wrong because you're learning how to trust your intuition. Because you already knew. Your intuition already knew, but you didn't want to believe it because of what you desired. Sometimes our desires can blind us. The same way it blinded him in that situation. He wanted passion more than he wanted to be in a loving, committed relationship, and he lost it. Because in reality, it's like he's gonna have to leave the person he had passion with. He's gonna Christina, yeah, Christina's gone. I love that. But it's like he's going to lose that connection because he never wanted that connection, and then he loses the person he truly wanted because he didn't choose her. He chose the connection he didn't really want. So it's like you lost everything in the end, because regardless, he was going to walk away from that connection. He's not going to marry that person he's having fun with. So it's what this masculine manifested for himself, and that was actually a blessing for that feminine. She's going to run into her emperor because now she's ready. Remember, now it's like, now she's a full-blown empress. So they could have been a counterpart. They could have been someone they could have had a beautiful life connection with, but they chose to stay stagnant and do the work too late and stay selfish, stay stuck, to now that it's like they chose twin flame energy, right? So now a new counterpart is coming in for her, and this counterpart, instead of it being an avoidant type, this counterpart is this counterpart is a secure type. So that's the Empress and the Emperor. They're the secure types. She's done. She's done. She's going to be happy that she didn't choose that past person because they were a lesson. For them, it's going to be, they're going to always wonder what could have been, right? But that's what I have for you guys on that storyline. If it resonated, make sure you guys give me a big fat thumbs up. If you guys are new, my name is Queen She. Thank you guys for all the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys liking the videos. If they resonate with you, definitely like them. Support the channel so we continue to grow, reach more people, and then y'all keep getting these videos. And if you guys want to join the Patreon, the link is in the bio. I'm not doing personals right now, only because I'm creating a different website so y'all could just book and it's easier. But the price is going to go up from $55 to $60 because I'm going to have to pay taxes. So I was trying to avoid that, but people don't listen. They keep booking, and then when I send the email for them to do the payment, they don't answer, and that's a waste of my time. I ain't got time to waste, so I'm just going to put up the website where y'all could just make the payment then and there, and then I'll send you guys your booking date, and we go from there. So it'll be back up maybe within like 2 weeks, because I kind of need a break from personals anyways. And then we'll be back up. So yeah, but I love you guys. Yeah, it does hurt, you guys, and I know that it hurts. It's very triggering. It's very, because I've been there and I still go through it, but you get over it because it's like you realize that you never lost anything. Nothing ever really got started, or the journey really made you stronger. Use that to fuel you into your glow up. Like, stunt on them. You get me? Stunt on them. Alchemize that energy. Because it's like, people respect you more when you show them than when you tell them. When you show them what they missing out on, when you show them what they lost, that's when they feel it. That's when they care. Not when you seem like you're not much to lose, because they're judging you. They're judging you based off of what you had, or how you're choosing to show up. Like, you get me? Or they're judging you when you're in a down season. But when you start coming up, invest in yourself. Show people what they lost out on, okay? Let that shadow loose a little bit. That's how you use that energy. But pain is a part of the process on this journey, because it's a part of making you stronger. It's a part of you stepping into your power, and you will get with an empress or an emperor, right? These people, they weren't that for you. So you might have to wait a little bit longer for your person, but that person is worth the wait. I promise you, they're worth the wait. So look at it from that standpoint. Yeah, exactly. You can't lose something you never had. And if somebody can take it from you, it wasn't yours. Y'all gonna have something that people cannot take from you. You're gonna have somebody who's gonna parade you around so boldly. But see, they earn the person you are becoming. You're protected from these people who are gold diggers, who are shallow, who only look at you when you are up. When you're up, that's when they notice you. When you're down, they think they're better than you. They think you need them, right? So when you go up, that person that loved everything about you, that's who you belong to. Not the person that only saw you when your status went up. They only saw you when they were done with all their games, and nobody wanted them. Like, you get me? Because people give to what they want to. I don't care. I'm gonna always stick beside that. If you want me, you gon' drop everything for me. You gonna choose me, because that's who I am. So it's like, I don't want nobody that's gonna give me less than I give myself, or less than I'm gonna give you. That's not even fair exchange. So if I know how I am about my person, I know how I am about somebody that I'm really interested in, I'm not going to be doing more than you if you can't reciprocate. Hi, BBGG. Hi, Tam. Nobody can take from you what's yours exactly, Ghost Warrior. Well said. But anyways, I love you guys. If y'all missed the live, y'all could replay it, right? Go back to the beginning. But again, thank you guys for all your support. If you guys resonated with it, give me a big fat thumbs up, and I will see you guys later. Peace.